Hello and welcome to the podcast Seeds for Success. Welcome back to the Seed Your Business podcast, where we feature our clients and talk about their businesses and all the great things that they're doing. So today, we're very, very pleased to have Jessica with us from Clark Cages. Clark Cages has been a client of Seeds now for quite some time, and we're really happy to have Jessica on, and they're one of our favorite clients. And we're going to start by talking about Clark Cages itself. So, multi-generational family business. Give us the history on Clark Cages and tell us what you do, Jessica.
We started manufacturing laminate cages for animal care professionals in 1968. My grandfather, Bob Clark, is the founder, and he started the business in Alberta and eventually moved the company to Ontario to be closer to family. In the early 90s, my mother, Dorothy, joined the company and eventually took over from him. She's been running it for about 30 years, and my husband and I joined just in the last few years.
There's a lot of different manufacturers out there. There's a lot of different style of cages. What makes Clark Cages unique? What makes them stand out amongst your competitors?
We're one of the few companies that works with laminate products. There are a few other materials that are popular in the veterinary community or the cage community, but we work with laminate. It's something that we haven't changed over the years. It's durable, easy to clean, and it has more of a visual appealing look to customers because you're not putting your pet into a cold, dark cage.
Right. These cages ended up in boarding kennels, in veterinary clinics, et cetera, which are high stress environments. And there's a lot of wear and tear on those. Tell me what, you mentioned laminate, but how do your cages stand up to that wear and tear?
They are really durable. Any of our customers have our cages in daily use for 30 plus years and often just call for some minor replacement parts or some gate parts. The laminate is scratch and water resistant. So if you're ever in your kitchen and you're cleaning your laminate kitchen countertops, you just wipe them down with some mild detergent, and then you go to your stainless steel sink and you see it's a little bit scuffed up over the years, and you might have to scrub it with a little bit more of a abrasive pad to get it really clean. So,
right. But it comes off.
Comparison, yeah.
And so, listen, this is the most important question of all. We've been working together for some time, and I think the thing that comes out all the time is it's one thing for the clinics to love it and the boarding kennels to love it, but the pets. I know the passion that that your team and your family puts in to these cages. Why do the pets? Why are they so comfortable in it? Because they are. They stand out in the industry. Tell us about that care that goes into these cages to make them, a special place for pets that are obviously often in trauma when they come into these veterinary clinics or into boarding kennels.
Yeah, it's true. Often they're not in a typical situation and they're already stressed and uncomfortable. So we do try to provide an environment that helps ease their stress. The laminate is sound dampening, so that helps to prevent the reverberation of the dog barks, which can be loud in a situation like that.
So listen, you're in a market and we're at a time where people are feeling the pinch, right? And that's both businesses and individuals. And so how do you really balance the quality of the Clark Cages builds versus making sure that, you're still budget friendly in this, time that we're living in right now?
It's something that we're always trying to make sure that we're covering our costs and the material that we use, but also making sure that our cages are attainable for rescues and small groom shops and even individual vets that maybe just have a small practice. So we're always monitoring our prices and trying to keep our costs down. Anytime we do have a price increase, we are very conscientious of it and slow to make those changes. So you want current pricing and you want to keep the pricing down, you can come to us and you might find that our pricing has not actually changed, even with the changing market.
Yeah, good for you. Good for you. Now, as technology evolves and where manufacturing processes change, is there anything that you can see sort of down the road or in the future coming that may change, either how the cages perform, they look, they feel, or in the manufacturing process? What do you see the future being?
For the future, I think, there may be some changes to the dimensions of the cages or the capacity for the breed of animal that can go into those cages. We're finding that a lot of people are very conscious of the amount of space the animal has for the amount of time that they're in that cage. We are expanding our line of cages to try and accommodate things like dog runs. And, it's been slow to market for us because we are just a small family owned business, but it's something that we're looking into, and we want to make sure that the pets are safe and comfortable, that the workers have a product that is easy to use and that they can rely on, and that it just makes sense for the pets and the workers and the pet owners as well.
Awesome. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I believe that some of your cages come with dryers.
They're sitting on a raised floor, so it goes underneath the floor, dries up their belly, and recirculates the air. So they're always getting fresh air into the cage, and it's not getting to a temperature that's too high. I think the
Awesome.
maximum temperature is 30 degrees.
Excellent. Do your pets ever do your dogs in the shop ever just go climb in to get warm?
No, but we have been known at trade shows to open up the door and warm up
Yeah.
a few times when when it's
Yeah.
cold in those trade show environments.
Okay. So listen, who are your clients? Who do you sell to? I know we all know you're located in North Bay, Ontario, but what is your range? And is you sell just in Canada, across North America? Tell us about who your clients are. And then secondly is if somebody wanted to get a quote from you, how do they go about doing that? Where can they see your products and how do they get a quote? So let's start by where do you sell to?
Yeah, so initially we started selling only in Canada when Bob was starting out, but eventually the need for cages just kind of grew, and people who knew him from working in the past just came to him and wanted to start buying from him. He expanded to the US market, and we have been selling to the US for about 55, maybe a few more years. And for people who are looking for information and want a quote, you can get a catalog from our website. You enter your information. We just need your name, email, and we request your industry information just so that we can kind of tailor our products to your specific needs. And so you can request a catalog on our website. You can email cages@clarkcages.com. We have a 1-800 number, 800-461-9972. If you want to call in, it's direct to our office. It's not a call center. No extensions required.
Love it. Now, if somebody orders a cage, what's the typical turnaround time that they can expect to receive it?
So typically we're 4 to 6 weeks for manufacturing, plus 7 to 10 days for shipping. So it depends on where you're located. We are here to help the professionals find a solution for their needs. We want to help them understand our products and understand our pricing. We are not here to push them into something they don't want. We understand, our products are not like a t-shirt that you can just throw in a drawer if you're not happy, right? We want to make sure that they're happy and that these are going to last them, 20, 30, 40 years. And so we want them to always kind of look at it and go, oh, I'm so happy that I made that purchase.
Awesome. Jessica, I'm gonna finish by saying that you guys have been a fantastic customer of ours now for quite some time. To turn the tables a little bit, we've been working on the Clark Cages account now for about 2.5 years, I think. It's crazy, 2.5, maybe even 3 years. Tell us a little bit about your interaction with the Seed team and what that experience has been like.
Okay. This might bring some emotions here because, as you know, Sean, you guys have helped us more than anyone could ever believe. Sorry. It's we found you when we were struggling, and we, had a tough experience with another consultant, and it was a little devastating after 55 years of strong business to see our leads and our customers and everything just drop. And you guys have been so supportive and so helpful and so kind and compassionate. I could go on. We will forever be grateful for everything that you guys have done for us. It's been just an amazing experience to go from one consultant who just, would not listen to us, knew everything, We knew nothing. We didn't even know anything about our own business, but then coming to meet you guys and you're going, no, but you're the pro, you know your company, you know your customers, you know. We've gone from literally nothing to the best, most qualified leads that you could imagine. It's mind-boggling to go from one to the next, 0 to 60.
And you're making me you're up here in this, Jessica.
Your whole team has just been a pleasure to work with, and yeah, we're so grateful.
Well, thank you very much for those kind words. Thank you for participating in this. You are our favorite client. We absolutely love our time getting to work with you and your whole family. Your passion, your quality, your products, your approach to your customers is fantastic. Anybody out there is in need of cages that are professionally made, quality made, and absolutely the best customer service experience, call Jessica and her family. Thank you very much, Jessica, and we'll see you on the next episode.